my on like an app so I can watch it just on my phone or something, like easy access. That's why I don't get like Mayans out so fast.
Yeah.
So I'll probably, but I know they're doing a deal. I think right now, I think they're doing sign up for Hulu for like $2 a month, or it's like $2 a month or something like that for 2 months. Something. I'll probably do
Damn.
that. Once I do that, then I'll probably start watching the well, I'm gonna watch the bear now, and then I'm gonna, because my mom has it, and then I'll watch once I start getting when I get that, then I'll start watching Snowfall, because there's like a lot of seasons and a lot of episodes. So I'll probably be doing that because I do want to watch The Bear, because I keep hearing super massive good things about it. But welcome, guys. How's it going? I hope you guys are gonna have a great 4th of July tomorrow. If you guys celebrate 4th of July, honestly, I don't really do anything for the 4th of July. It's just a great day to be off and eat and all that stuff. But honestly, I don't really light fireworks. I kind of just look at the fireworks while I'm laying down in bed out the window. It's not my it's not the, and I definitely don't go to the beach when it's the 4th of July, because it's freaking packed. So luckily I don't have to work tomorrow. But yeah, I hope you guys are gonna have, if you guys do celebrate 4th of July, I hope you guys have fun, get drunk, eat good. This is the time, Sandra. This is the time. This is summer. It's July. It's, treat yourself. Treat yourself with food, good drinks. I know we talk a lot of negative for the show, but I don't want to be negative for you guys. I want you guys all to have fun. Enjoy what you're going to enjoy. If you're going to go to the movies, if you're going to go watch TV, if you do, how you do, you boo, do you do you however you celebrate and however you like to relax, and you guys just have good vibes, and I hope you guys have a great day tomorrow, and you're having a great day today. Sandra got to go to a convention over the weekend, and how was it? Good vibes over there? How was it, Sandra? How was meeting the whole cast?
So, for any of our Canadian friends who are part of the streaming, belated Canada Day, happy Canada Day.
Okay, happy
And
Canada Day, Ryan Reynolds. I see you out there.
I actually get to spend Canada Day with the boys of Sons of Anarchy and our favorite Canadian, Kim Coates, aka Tiggs. It was fantastic. It's a smaller Comic Con, but there's always pros and cons with smaller ones.
Yeah,
The pro was that we went there on Friday, and Friday was not like busy because people are still working.
and
So
coming
I
in,
took
yeah,
exactly. So Friday was my autograph day. So I
perfect.
got all my stuff signed by all the boys. And last time I saw them was like before COVID. So I didn't expect them to recognize me. So I was walking with my friends. All of a sudden I look and see Kim, and there he is waving his hand. Hey! So I'm like, oh well, I guess they remember me. So went to see Kim Coates. Then I went to see Theo Rossi. Um, David LaBrava, who does Happy, was there. Mark Booth Jr. And for the first time ever, I met Kozig, aka Kenny Johnson. That was my first time meeting him.
Okay,
Awesome guy. And then the last but not least, it was Ryan Hurst, aka Opie.
Opie, yep,
Uh,
your
it
man.
was it was awesome to see all the guys. All the guys sign what I had to sign. One of my collectors that I have that finally the last one signed was Bobby. Mark Boone Jr. was my cut. I have a replica cut that my mom actually made for me
Oh,
from a leather jacket, and she literally sewed all the patches all around.
that's awesome.
And I had all the guys sign the back. So that was done. And the famous book, the big book of Sons of Anarchy,
Yeah,
I had Kenny sign it. So that's all, like all my stuff is now signed by everybody. Um, it was awesome. And then the Saturday was photo op day. That was the craziest because literally I did 8 photo ops in half an hour with all of them. So it was like the
eight and a half hour.
yes, so it was all so the solo with Mark Boone, with Kenny, with Ryan, and then with David Happy. Those were all the single ones. So I did one, two, three, four.
Yeah.
Then there was the group with all six of them. Then it was the duo with Kim and Theo because of their
Well, their
podcast.
podcast. Yeah. Hmm.
And then it was single Kim and Theo. So let me tell you, it was just like win round, like go in the line, go
Man,
photo op, line, photo op.
you went far. You went beyond the deluxe package.
Well, you know what? Yes, it sounds crazy. I went all for it,
Yeah.
but I cannot go to a Comic Con and not have my photo ops with the guys. This
Hmm.
is my thing. Photo ops with the boys is more something that I like better than autographs.
Yes.
So it was just amazing. All the boys were all so cool.
So
Um,
it this is so this is an actual Comic Con. This isn't like specifically for like Sons of Anarchy or Mayans MC. It's like
no,
it's an actual like Comic Con, and as you guys know, Comic Con, the biggest one that everybody knows of because of all the movie studios and stuff, is the San Diego one, which I'll be going in 2 weeks. But that's the San Diego one. But there's still use that title, and that company that runs it, there's still Comic Con. There's still Comic Cons in Anaheim over here, LA, over there too. Like there's Denver, Long Beach. Like there's Comic Cons all over the place. So, so you went to a Comic Con. So, and then of course, a lot of stars do photo ops, meet and greets. Sandra knows, and I'm sure you guys seen my video where last year towards the end of the year for LA Comic Con, uh, Charlie Hunnam was one of the meet and greets for LA Comic Con. So my mom's a huge loves Sons of Anarchy, loves Charlie Hunnam, loves Jax. So me and my siblings, we got together and we purchased the meet and greet with the photo, so she got to see Charlie Hunnam when he was there. But it wasn't just him. It was like some of the Power Rangers. It was something Espinoza. I forget his first name, but Gus from Breaking Bad. So there's like a lot of stars that actually go to a lot of these conventions, and you got to meet all the cast. Unfortunately, Charlie Hunnam wasn't in that one. Have you met Charlie Hunnam yet?
yes,
You
I
have.
met
Okay.
him. I met him
So you do have a
right before
signature in that
COVID.
book. Yeah. Oh,
Yes,
nice. Okay,
and
awesome.
he is
Yeah.
on my cut also.
Awesome.
And then also outside of Sons, I also met Michael Rocker.
Oh, Michael. Which one is that one?
Like the guy from he is famous for the Galaxy, the Marvel.
Guardians of the Galaxy. You mean Michael? I think it's Rourke or something like that. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Rooker, Michael
Rooker.
Rocker,
Yeah, yeah.
Rocker, or
Walking
whatever.
Dead, Guardians of the
Yes,
Galaxy. He plays
yes,
Yondu. Walking Dead. He plays Daryl's brother.
yes.
A very, very well known actor. He's been in the game for a very long time. How was meeting him?
It was very awesome. It wasn't my to do because my two friends who were with me, they're a huge fan of his,
Yeah,
but they wanted me to get into a photo up with them. So it was four girls and him.
yeah.
And basically, we put him in the front as being the tough guy, and
Hmm.
all of us were behind him and we're scared. So the photo op came out awesome.
I'm
It
absolutely
was a fun.
shocked he's never been in an episode of Sons of Anarchy. Maybe he has. I don't know. I don't think he has never
No,
been in.
he has not.
And he has like the look to be in the Sons of Anarchy or even Mayans at least. But no, that guy has. But he's very awesome. He's done so much stuff. He's
Yeah,
also in James Gunn's Slither, I believe it's called. He's done a lot. He's done a lot. Um,
but it was awesome weekend.
that is very, very cool. Do you do you, I mean, with conventions and stuff, like there's a lot of like, vendors and all that stuff. Do you go look for Sons of Anarchy kind of merchandise? Because I've been to a couple vendors and they've got a couple merchandise here and there. I should have pulled the trigger one year in Comic-Con when Sideshow was actually doing they had a Jax and a Clay Morrow 1/4 scale figure. And I like figures. You guys know I like statues, so I should have pulled the trigger and pre-ordered that, but I didn't. And you don't really see those too often anymore. Did you pick anything Sons of Anarchy over there?
So I looked around, and because it was a smaller one, like there was not a lot of vendor that had like, it was pretty much like all the vendors were like either like the into Pokemons and
Yeah.
like all
Hmm.
that stuff. So there was only one vendor who actually had the figures. They had Clay, OP,
Oh, okay.
Gemma, Charlie. That was the only one, but I already have all of them.
Yeah.
So for me, it was not something I was looking for. But there was only one vendor that really had anything Suns into that Comic Con.
Okay. Before we get into the episode, guys, thank you guys for joining as well. I do have a trivia question up above if you guys want to answer that one. Little fun trivia question. I'll read it off, but it's up here on the comment section. According to Clay, what is the most dangerous gang of all? Is it A, Old White Money, B, Sam Crow, or C, True IRA? Um, have you met Katie as well?
No, I have not. Um,
She's awesome. She's such a sweetheart. I mean, I
I
hate Gemma, but I love Katie. I know her before Sons of Anarchy. I know her for Married with Children, and then also Leela from Futurama. But Gemma is fantastic role she played as an evil woman.
she is doing one Comic Con
Okay,
in August
yeah.
in Pittsburgh. She's doing Still City.
Pittsburgh's getting kind of big. I noticed a lot of stars go to that one too, for sure.
The problem is that unfortunately I got evicted from my apartment. And
Um,
not
s-
because I'm a bad renter, it's because my landlord is deciding to take the house and give it and actually move
uh,
in her his daughter.
yeah.
So that's why I got evicted. So the eviction, new apartment, and all that stuff, yeah, that will block me from going to Pittsburgh.
Oh man, that's a big pain in the ass, and that's what happens. Sometimes that's what the dice you roll when you're like renting and stuff. I'm sorry to hear
Yeah,
that. I mean, hope you got something lined up though.
I did find a place, so
Okay,
I'm
good.
gonna move at the end of the month,
Okay, good.
and yeah, so hopefully everything will turn out good.
Well, at least you got to have some fun before everything starts rolling.
I
uh,
had to have my boys giving me hugs and being fabulous, and that was
That's
good for
great.
me.
Like I said, it's always great when the cast is like on it that day and they're really like embracing the fan base and stuff because it could be a passionate fan base for sure. And I know they get some characters as well.
Oh yeah,
Uh, so okay, that sounds. Before we head into, I gotta say, did you ask them anything about the Mayans at all?
I did not.
Okay,
The only I actually I was I felt sorry for Happy. I'm like,
happy, yeah.
he says it is what it is. Like it had to come to an end, and I'm
He got
like,
that
that's
paycheck.
fine.
He got that paycheck.
Exactly. But the only thing I did, I was talking to Theo. I don't know if you saw the movie on Tubi with Kim and Theo called Get Back.
Mm-mm.
It's on Tubi, and it's literally like it's a fun movie with the two of them.
Yeah,
And he was telling me that that movie actually got shot in 15 weeks, and it was awesome. And there's a few more projects with Kim and Theo
and
coming out
Theo.
shortly.
Yeah, and then I think the only movie I've seen Theo in was in Army of Army of Zombies or something. It's the Zack Snyder one, the zombie one. Army of I think it's zombies. I think it's what it is. I don't know, something like that. That's on Netflix. That's like the Zack Snyder. Batista's in it, and Theo Rossi is actually in that movie.
Okay.
He's kind of an asshole in there. So if you guys, I'm sure you guys seen it too. It was kind of a bigger kind of movie that came on Netflix, and it did make a lot of views and stuff. Okay, guys. Well, just to let you guys know, we have a trivia question down up on the top in the comment section. If you guys want to answer and have fun with it, we are going to now get into Mayans season 5, episode 7. But I'm glad that Sandra, SOA here, Sandra, had so much fun at Comic Con, and maybe one of these days I will be able to meet one of these actors as well. But if I do meet an actor, I'll probably be dressed up as Pikey from Snatch, Brad Pitt's character. So let's get into Mayans episode 7. Obviously, spoilers. I think everybody's already knows what is going down. I'm gonna give it to Sandra. Her thoughts on this episode first, and then I think I'll surprise you guys on this one from my side of the spectrum. But go ahead, Sandra. What do you think about this episode, and what was like one of your highlight moments, for sure, of this episode?
So let me start by saying that I hated the episode. But before you start judging me,
Mm-hmm.
let me explain to you why I hated it. I hated it because the whole episode didn't make sense for me when it comes to the killings. I have no problem with the killings. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I understand the killings, but the killings have to be done right. So if you want me to start with my killing rant, we can. If not, I can wait. But my biggest pet peeve was that you do not kill somebody if there's not a storyline behind it. Don't kill somebody from somebody that is 4 seasons ago. That I have a problem with that. The creeper death, I'm okay because it's in the jail. That's fine. I have no problem with that. But I can tell you right now, I have a big issue with Adelita's killing.
Mm-hmm.
That I have that I couldn't with that one. The Emily killing doesn't make sense whatsoever. Why he coming now 4 seasons later and killing her doesn't make sense. And like, so I can go on and on and on, but at the end of the day, I hated the episode, and it's not because there was too many killings. It's just because the killings didn't make sense in my opinion.
I love this episode because everybody was dying left and right. Let the bodies hit the floor. We are almost at the end. I want to see people gone. And you know what? It was a dumb episode. It was a very stupid episode. Did not make sense on the editing and the overall the weaving of a lot of the stories, but I had a big old grin. I'm like, about damn time we start killing off people. Because you know what?
Mm.
I just the more while we're heading to the final episode, yeah, let's just like I said, let the bodies hit the floor.
Okay, but at least we agree in one thing.
It was a dumb episode. Yeah, it was a
The
very stupid
episode
episode.
was
Yeah.
shit. Okay,
It was a
as
very
long as we as long as we agree with that, then I'm good.
okay, it was a dumb episode for sure. But like I still it's so funny. It's kind of like, schlock, right? Schlock movies. It's a really stupid dumb movie, but you enjoy it still because of all the ridiculousness that's happening and all that stuff. And I did enjoy it because all the crazy like deaths that were going on, but then the nonsense that this episode showed us. You know what? We're not the only ones, Sandra. I mean, obviously, we talked about a little bit of the Facebook groups and all that stuff that we were in Mayans and stuff. They feel the same. A lot of people who are really big fans of Mayans, everybody really does feel the same that season 5 is just not very good. Like last season, a lot of people were still on board, but this season has just been kind of everywhere, like just really showcasing it. I think the main big thing. Okay, one of I'll say this: the deaths that I absolutely loved was Diaz's death. Even though I hated it, I hated Diaz's death, and yet I love Diaz's death just because, like, I love Diaz as a character, but then or I love Diaz as a character, and I hate that he had to go. But then I was like, oh shit, that was like an oh shit moment. I was like, I kind of didn't expect that at the end of the episode. Somebody called it too. Let's see, where are you? 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 Somebody called that the Ibarra's son, and that makes sense because he's
Yeah.
in the crew. He's just automatically in the crew right here. Nomad called it. Nomad Artist 92. Well, I called it. I said that Guerrero, that's Ibarra's son's name, was gonna kill, and we didn't see him for a little bit. Like a lot of these episodes, like you, that's what I'm saying. They introduce a character, and like you don't see them. You only see a sprinkle of them throughout the season. Was gonna,
But hold on a second. So
yeah,
I agree about like him killing it for revenge of his dad. No problem there.
okay,
But let me ask you a question.
mm-hmm,
If you're the president of a motorcycle club,
yes,
you should have control on your whole team, crew, whatever.
more for the most
E-
part, yes.
Easy has no control whatsoever on his crew,
Here's
whatever.
here's the thing, though. I will argue that Jax didn't really have that much control on his crew either. Juice did a lot of. I mean, that was the whole thing with Juice, right? Juice going behind the club's back. You also have Clay doing his little things. You could even say Jax himself didn't have control of himself because that's the reason why he died at the end of the series. Um,
Okay,
so
I'll give you that one. I'll give you that one.
I mean, emotions happen, and obviously he was pissed because his dad. You know, it's his dad. That dude, that mofo murdered him.
Okay, so I understand that one.
Mm-hmm.
But what? So because of that, did Bishop really have to kill the other one?
Yeah, I didn't have a problem with that either because like they might because in Bishop mind he'll probably go. I don't know if they're gonna do this in next episode, but if I was in Bishop's shoes, I kill this guy that was with Diaz. I don't know his name, um, and then I tell Easy we need to cover this up and we need to plant it on like the Sun's doing it. We need to somehow say like Diaz was gonna roll. He was gonna go. He was originally planning to go to Marcus, and then you know what, Bishop, you'll probably have a scene with Bishop talking to Marcus on next episode, saying your boy Diaz was at the club, and then he rolled up. He was trying. He said he was going to go see you, but we found him. Son's got him. Son's got him,
So
dude.
so now that we killed them,
Yeah.
is there any other charters left other than Santo
I don't
Padre?
know. It's because it's more. It's them tell not show. You got to show me what is going on. Like I just hear a lot of like these guys like, oh, so and so got hit, so and so got hit. Well, like how the hell am I? How is that gonna like really imprint in my head of how of like these guys, like a lot of these factions, these clubs are done. Are they done? Are they really gone? Or is there still a couple people? Like, what is this? You know, my Easy says that they're gonna reach the top. You know, we're close. I'm like, how?
But there's
Like
nobody left.
where's the top? Like, how are you guys pushing to the top? This doesn't make any sense. Like, what makes you're so delusional? Like, you high, bro. You're very high. But I did love the death, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I did love the
so
death.
so let's start with the beginning. So the beginning finally started with Letty being on the floor,
I will say
and
this.
then
That was my biggest issue this episode. Was the editing and the way they presented Letty being on the floor, getting taken by the Broken Saints or whatever. Like, and then us through the whole episode wondering, like, where the fuck is Hope? What's going on with Hope?
but hold on a second. Before that,
Uh-huh.
remember last week I said so it ended with Isaac being on Letty and kidnapping Hope.
Mm-hmm.
Cut the scene. 2 weeks later, we get that there's no continuity. We don't. They're missing blocks, and they expect us to be
Was that
able
2 weeks
to
later or
follow.
was that last week?
No, it was 2 weeks later because last week we were expecting to see it, but we didn't see it. So it was episode 5. At
You're
the
right.
end.
You're right, Mr. DJ. Easy was talking about controlling of the pipeline in the prisons. That does make sense. But like there's such a little club.
But
Like,
hold on a second. To be honest, in my opinion, again, I'm just a nobody out of Canada watching the show. The episode should have not started with Letty on the street. It should have been Sons getting the news out that Mayans killed Happy. That's how you should have started the episode. Again, we're going through a whole episode with nothing about Happy's death. And
Um,
you're gonna tell me that nobody knows that Happy's dead?
no, they saved that to the end. They saved that with Diaz. That was a shocker for me that Diaz actually came into this episode because Diaz came burging in. That was the main issue. Was like he's like, oh, dude, like what the fuck? You think that we weren't gonna know that Happy's dead? That you killed Happy? One of the, he said that in the end of the
Correct.
episode.
But
Yeah,
you're waiting until the first of all, it was from a Mayans. You didn't see like Sons going crazy on Mayans.
they couldn't
It
afford
was
it.
a Mayans giving, but
They couldn't afford
fine.
like a big name son. Like who's gonna like if
Bring
they
Isaac. Go fucking
why
go
why
for
Isaac doesn't care. He has no affiliation to like it. That scene would be a meaningless scene. That would be a
well.
meaningless scene.
Now that death of Happy is meaningless in the whole show.
The only time you should have like that news break to a son is if it's like one of the Charmy members, because that's actually something that is like carrying weight. But if you had like somebody tell like Isaac, just because how Isaac's character's already been presented, he's like, okay. Like I don't think he would
Well,
give a shit.
bring anybody, but leaving the whole episode without bringing that anyways, that it was a miss for me again. But let's continue with
Um,
the Broken Saint and Letty.
my biggest thing is Letty, man. Like you just have her laying there, and then you're questioning the whole episode. Like, what the hell? If anything, we should have had a scene with Isaac and Hope, and I'm sure it's gonna come next episode. But don't leave it like that throughout the whole episode. And not only that, it's such an super odd choice for having Letty just laying there, and then because now you have so many questions. And then I'm sorry, but dude, Letty has been nothing this season. Like, I really don't care for her character this season. She's like with the Broken Saints, and they have like this little bonding moment. She's seeing the drugs being done. Maybe she is like, maybe there is something where her Isaac's telling her you have to do this. You got to infiltrate
That
Broken
is
Saints.
that's the rumor on social media.
Probably,
She is the spy for
yeah,
Isaac to keep Hope alive.
to keep Hope alive. I mean, that would make the most sense, right? That would make the most
Yeah.
sense. But I'm not feeling it still. I'm still not feeling it. Like we only have 3 episodes left. This one was the longest one, I think. Longest one of the season, I believe. Not including the commercials and stuff. Um, but I still just didn't I wasn't I was it's I'm most likely that's gonna happen next episode. I just felt like it was it I just didn't like it. Honestly did not enjoy any of the scenes with her and the Broken Saints. Her scene easy. I still like ponder like why the hell is nobody going to see how Letty is? That's Coco's daughter, you know? When do you think
That
they
makes
would?
no sense.
Doesn't make any sense. Like even like, the club members in Sons of Anarchy would go and like check on like some people sometimes, you know? Um and so yeah, I'm thinking that's gonna happen because of the fact, like, oh, what a coincidence, she's getting picked up by the Broken Saints. What who would have thought? Who would have thought that she would get to know these women and they embrace her and bring her in, which is really like they really did embrace, like bring her in really quick. They didn't even like check her background or anything like that. They just brought her in, which I get. They set that up in the beginning of the season anyway, that they really do bring in people and stuff. I will say though, which I found out the other day, I freaking was tripping out because I actually kind of the Broken Saints I kind of like, but I would like in their own like show. I don't really like what somewhat like what they're doing in this season with them, but not because they're not really doing that much even though they introduced them, but they kind of are. It's a little weird. But what's tripping me out is the main Broken Saint is actually the actress. If you ever seen that movie Smile, she and you've seen all those trailers. She's actually the actress who's in Smile. She's the one in the very beginning who starts it all. So I was now my when I see her in these upcoming episodes, now I'm just gonna think about that movie, which you should check out. Smile. It's a really good horror movie.
I
Um,
will.
it's a really good. It's on. Oh, it's on. What did I watch it on? I think I watched it on Max, maybe HBO Max. I'm not quite sure, but if you look it up, I don't know the streaming options. But it's really well done, and yeah, it was good. So I do like that kind of. I like her as the lead. She's doing a great job. I think she's doing a great job. And then her and Easy with their conversations, I actually kind of really enjoy. I like those two's conversations. It's kind of like a will they or won't they kind of feel to it too. Sometimes it feels like they have like they do have an understanding, but then it seems like they have an attraction to one another, which would have been cool if they did this last season and really kind of developed a lot of these characters. But we have 3 episodes left. I don't know if they're trying to bank for a spinoff for these gals, but I don't. It ain't gonna happen. Um, so going back to Letty, I mean, there's not, I guess, not too much to gripe about this with Letty. If that's the case, if next episode we're gonna find out, or 2 episodes after this, we're gonna find out that Letty was a spy, and I mean, it's obvious that that has to happen. We didn't see Isaac in this episode. We didn't see Hope. So if they're not gonna show me that, then that means there's something brewing because obviously, of course, there is. But yeah, I'm honestly still feel like Letty and Hope's storylines had just been caca this season. Like it really just hasn't been that great. How'd you feel,
Like the
Sandra?
like the rest of the writing.
Yeah,
That's
oh, the
that
writing's
that
worse this
that
season for
that
sure.
that follows the writing. Like
Yeah.
there's no if and buts about it. But I again, if you're not gonna give me some continuity, I'm out.
Do you think though that Hope or Letty takes out Isaac at the end of the series? Because Isaac's gonna die. We all know he's gonna die.
I don't know.
I can
I
see
don't
it.
know.
I can see Hope killing him.
Maybe
I can see Hope killing him. That
maybe
I'll put
maybe
my chips
you
on
know
that.
what? Maybe okay. I'm not even gonna touch that one because I'm at lost for words.
Because I don't know, like I don't see like the Easy and there's like really no rivalry between Easy and Isaac except that one episode. They haven't really built. You would think that this would build throughout the whole season, but it hasn't. We have 3 episodes left, guys. We have 3 episodes left. Okay, let's just move on to that one. So let's talk about Emily.
Which okay, let's go with that one
Let's talk about Emily.
again. So that death. Explain to me why did we need to see that death, and is now killing the new turn on for Emily to be like sexual like excited and she wanted to have sex again with her husband.
No, I got that she understood what he does now. She kind of because Miguel does a lot of things. So the main reason why she killed this woman was because what a stupid ass woman, by the way, telling her, inviting her in the house, telling her that she's gonna take her down, telling her what she's gonna do, her plan to put Emily in jail and everybody else. Really dumb. It's the same thing like the creeper scene. Like creeper,
But
why are you?
hold on, Dan.
Yeah.
That could have been good 4 seasons ago.
All right, hang on. I'm getting to the point. So she tells Emily all this stuff, and then Emily, of course, obviously kills her in the episode. The thing with that is because once that happens, I think she now knows that Miguel is killing these people to protect their family. So I think she got an understanding of what like Miguel kind of does, and then that's where kind of the passion kind of came from and stuff. Does it I don't think it's like a because when you after they do make love, they're laying there and Miguel's talking to her and like saying like maybe you should run away, this and that. She's not she's still depressed. She's still like like, but I think she kind of gets it. I still think that gun's gonna come and play though. I still think she's gonna use the gun. But you're right. Like, why would you bring a character like this so many seasons ago to this episode? So definitely get that. And then this is Emily's storyline. This is how Emily is written this season, or what she's doing this season, and it's really okay. Um, and then you got the bodyguard with her. I still think that bodyguard's gonna die, but I don't know. I honestly don't know if either she kills Miguel at the end of the series. I don't know. Now that she has an understanding of what the hell's going on, like why he does the things he does, or she runs away with him, or I don't know how those two are going to end. Honestly, I that's the probably the one thing where I can't really predict of like what is like they're setting it up, they're sprinkling it in, they're really throwing the jail time at you with the Miguel's character. They threw it in this episode for Emily's character, um, but I honestly don't know what they have planned for those two at the end of the series. Remember, they have a kid. They have a kid. So what's
Yeah.
happening? What's going
Which,
to happen?
by the way, let's just bring back the kid from last episode.
Hmm.
You have two babysitters in the park with them. How the hell did that woman was able to kidnap Cristobal when you have Emily, Lewis, and the other babysitter all in the park? Like, that didn't make sense. But again,
The writing.
nothing makes sense into this show. But let's move on. So yes, that killing, again, I have no problem with the killing, but it's the reason behind the killing 4 seasons later that I don't. It doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, they're really just bringing it back just for the hell of it. And like this is a storyline we didn't need this season again. Like a lot of storylines we don't need. I don't know. Listen, guys. I mean, the actor who plays Miguel still is killing it. I really do think he's doing such a great job for what he's given. Um, Even with the scene with him and Emily, I'm like, that's softy. That's soft. Miguel going back to being his soft ways. I think he really does generally love his family, but he's pretty much terrorizing them too at the same time. Emily is just that, and poor actress, man. She has just had to play depressed the whole season. There is no light in her eyes. There's no jokes being made. Like her character is just depressed the whole season. She has one look, and that's just to look at emptiness. That's it. Just look like you're looking at emptiness. So I feel bad for the actress. But like I said, I don't know what the hell is going to happen between these two. Do I really care? Not necessarily. That death was the most of the old woman. It was actually probably the most brutal though, for sure. It was the most brutal, and the bodyguard, telling her what to do, and then smashing her head on the wall to make it look like she fell off the shower. Which I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure that they probably should have thought of something else. But that storyline is what it is. It's definitely not the forefront. It's not the most. It's not something that we should care too much about. It's everything else that I think I care about more. But it is what it is, Sandra. I mean,
Okay, let's go to the next killing.
okay. So this is the big one. I think everybody wants to hear this one.
Well,
Adelita.
let's start with her killing the bitch that was
Oh,
working
yeah, yeah.
for
Soledad.
for Soledad.
We knew that was gonna happen. We
Yes,
knew that was gonna happen.
that I have no problem with that. That is an actual factual season 5 killing.
Yeah.
I'm all okay with that.
I actually like that scene too. It was very
Yeah,
the moving of the hallways, her like carrying the 3 bags that obviously would be heavy for her. So her struggling and then also getting shot in the process, but her struggling to get those bags in the car,
yeah.
escaping. I actually didn't have a problem with any of that. That was actually really well done. That was actually one of the well done things that were in this episode. I'm trying to think too. Her I'll say this, Sandra. I think I'll say this. There was a little bit of feelings, a little bit. It shouldn't. It should be more. We're in the last season. I should be feeling a hell of a lot more, but I did feel a little something with Adelita, Angel, and her baby. Maybe probably because I am a dad and I saw Angel struggling this episode to really, because guys got to remember, like he barely got his son, so it's not like he had his son when he was born, so he's kind of now learning all everything that when his son is sick and he's thrown. That was a heartbreaking scene for me when the son was all thrown up and stuff.
Yes.
So I did feel a little something because they are a little family. They're a little family, and I wish I would have had more of that. So with Adelita, of course, do you think that she knew that it was a one-way trip, or?
So that is my biggest pet peeve of the whole show.
Mm-hmm.
And I had several discussions with people on Twitter that I have no problem with Adelita dying. No problem with that. I have a problem is if she would have shot, like trying to steal the money, that's problem. I have a problem with the fact they brought Minnie back and Minnie killed her. That makes no freaking sense whatsoever. None.
I didn't have a
And
problem with that.
it was not a, it deserved that. Getting killed by Minnie doesn't, like, she was trying to portray a badass woman
Yeah.
that is fighting for her family, fighting for, she went through like so much to turn around and getting killed by Minnie. Seriously,
I'll
no,
say
no,
this.
no.
I'll say this.
Mm-mm.
That could work a lot better if Minnie was in these episodes. If there are like if in the past seasons too, if they kind of like laid the groundwork, because I do feel like I don't really have a problem with it. Um
Hold on, when's the last time you saw Minnie?
I think it was like season 2, season 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
again, why bringing up somebody you haven't seen for 3 seasons and being the one killing a Adelita?
Oh, there's a simple answer because they were adamant that Adelita was going to die this season and they wanted to bring it full circle. It's a lot of full circle stuff. They brought this woman in for Emily to go full circle. They brought Minnie for Adelita because they knew they were going to kill her off. So they wanted to
But
do
you
something.
need a storyline to continue that full, because your full circle doesn't even connect the dots. You don't have a full circle. I mean, like, come on, you're missing 3 seasons between the last time and the killing.
When it's an Elgin James show, yeah, it's gonna be like that. I still didn't really have too much of a problem, probably because I'm kind of like just like almost there at the end of the season. I didn't. I kind of could understand it just because we got to remember, guys, that Adelita is not her real name. It's
Louisa.
it's yes, it's kind of like Bruce Wayne. That's his real name, but Batman is a symbol. It's kind of what Christopher Nolan did for his Dark Knight trilogy. You could become more. So when she's talking to Minnie, she's saying like, "You're Adelita now." Basically, she's the new Adelita. To me, I felt like Minnie felt I mean, obviously she felt betrayed by Adelita because she did the exact thing that they were fighting for. She was working for the cartel. And then you have Adelita really talk about, she had to do what she had to do. Here's the money to start what you need to do. And I think Minnie just I kind of get it. Like Minnie felt betrayed, and then she knew she had to put down the devil. She had to put down, the traitor, so to speak. Now, in a better written scene, you could have had something like the movie City of Gold, where it really kind of comes full circle and really becomes brutal. Like if you're gonna do a brutal scene like that, make it have some more emotional weight, more connections and stuff. And I get it, Sandra. Like season 2, man, we haven't seen Minnie for so long, and that could be also because the actress, didn't want to do anything, and or maybe had other things and not other than acting, or went to another show. So that's probably why they didn't have many for these many seasons. but they brought her. They were. I'm assuming Elgin James, like I said, wanted to bring her back, and because Adelita, one of her biggest people in her life as a character was Minnie, so they wanted to bring Minnie back, and they wanted Minnie to do this thing. Obviously, some people agree, some people are okay with.
So let me go with like our listeners right here.
Yeah,
I do understand the full circle, and I agree with you, Hurricane, and that's fine and dandy. Like Minnie suffered through the selfish of Adelita. I understand that part.
that's
What
true
I have
too.
a
Yeah,
problem with is like you don't see that for a
I
TV show to just make you assumption of what could have happened. That's not what a show is about. The show is telling you the story. If you want to go and tell us like on a side storyline, because mine is good with like 17 storylines at the same time,
yeah.
show us what Minnie's like suffering, like she was raped, whatever the thing is, then I understand there's a backstory. But you're bringing that with just assumption of what if. That's what I didn't like.
So I'll be defending Sandra right now too. I don't have a problem with it, but I understand what you're saying, Sandra. So let's just say this. Okay, I don't know if the actress, it had other prior obligations, or she she just didn't want to act anymore. I don't know. I haven't looked it up, but let's take Minnie out of here, man. Let's just say Minnie's final appearance was like season 2 or whatever. So that means if you are a good showrunner and you are a good writer, I know a lot of shows like to bring characters back to finish off. Like, even if it's just a cameo, you've seen that a lot in The Walking Dead. You've seen Shane at one point come back into Rick's hallucinations, which actually works in the story. Um, but you see a lot of this stuff happen. You see a lot of characters come back that you haven't seen for years. But if you're a good showrunner and if you're a good writer and you have a good direction, you have to. This is where I'm gonna help you out here, Sandra. I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right that you got to take Minnie out of the equation. Just because you want that nice little bow doesn't mean you should, right? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. What I mean is, Adelita's storyline throughout the whole season, you need to do that. You need to, if you're going to have her die this season, have her dying that benefits the storyline, that's benefiting what's surrounding it. What is the one thing that we saw with Adelita that we were curious of what's going to happen? That one thing was she got a photo of Easy, that she needed to kill Easy by midnight. Okay, so where did that storyline, where is it now? It's gone because she's dead. Unless
Yeah.
it's, yeah. So that was what baffled me. That was what baffled me, was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm all for Adelita going out, and I'm okay with Minnie doing it, but for the story and for what you just set up last episode, what are we doing, guys? Like, take Minnie out and continue what you just set up with the dilemma of her having to kill Easy. And you know what? Maybe she doesn't want to. And that's okay too. Then that means she's going to pay the consequences. Either Angel gets her or she does. That benefits your season 5. That doesn't, I get Elgin wanted to benefit the character, but you had the duty of the season to wrap the season and the series off. Why would you put that in there then? There was no need to put I'm sure they're going to do something in the next couple episodes that brings that back, but that was a missed opportunity, and that would have been a rightful way to end Adelita's character. And then you also have Potter. You got the actor who's playing Potter this season. You're telling me you went for Minnie instead of Potter? Who had more of the back and forth throughout the later seasons? It was her and Potter, right? Like, and then you have Potter, who is also attached to Miguel. So this is all benefiting the final season because everything is weaved together. But like you said, you bring in Minnie seasons ago when she had nothing to do with any of these prior seasons. But I get the emotional connection that that character has with Minnie, but you're really not benefiting yourself for a proper season 5. And I mean, obviously, it's showcasing this season. Well, I will say though they did do a good job on some of the bringing back the stuff. So I do like the I still like the 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 Diaz death. That's the one death I did like. But I agree, Sandra, and then I also disagree, I guess. So I'm with you on I'm two sides of the coin. Like it is what it is. It happened. Whatever. But yeah, you gotta I would have loved to see a little bit more something. I don't think I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. There you go.
Okay. So let's continue with the next death.
Okay. Just to say Iron, uh I'm I'll let you know. Taylor would have absolutely hated this season. I probably would have like she probably would like I'm not doing it, Dad. This is just I can't do any of this stuff. Like yeah, she really hated the last couple kind of things that were happening with Mayans. Um but so yeah, that's what I think she would have said. Go first, Andrew.
So Creeper.
Yes, duh. Oh my god. Yeah, that was another big one. Okay.
Okay, so we knew two
Yeah.
episodes ago
Yeah.
that Creeper was going to die.
Yeah. We knew that was gonna yes, he's dead, guys. He's dead. A lot of people don't
Last,
believe he's dead, but he's
yes,
dead.
he is dead.
He's dead. He's got some
Last,
he probably did something, but he's dead, yeah.
he's dead. Last episode, we saw Easy making a deal that now he owns all the prisons. So we knew that was going to happen. So that actually, that death, I'm okay. I'm not okay with, but I'm okay with because it did follow what it's supposed to follow. That Creeper, Easy didn't want to Creeper to say he's the rat and call Hank, which it happened. Oh my god, it happened at the same time that he was on the phone to talk to Hank. I wonder how that happened.
I won't nitpick it because you know TV and movies they tend to
No, but
do
I'm
that.
okay. I'm okay with that part.
Okay.
I'm okay with that part.
Okay. And I'll say this real
But
quick. I'll say this real quick. It was good that they set it up at least that Easy did get control of the prison. It was really stupid, but like they set it up, and I'll say that that was good setting it up.
so now there is a controversy on social media though.
Okay. What's that
The
controversy?
controversy is it really Easy who put the killing on Creeper? And what I heard from social media is that when you see his face when he talks to Hank and
Hank.
everything,
Yeah.
but also we knew there was already a hit to be on Creeper in the jail
Yeah.
from the guy that Creeper talked to.
Smokey, I believe.
Yes,
He should have shot that shot. That was after the episode. I was like, you should have shot that damn shot.
but that's the thing. So, who is the real person that did put the shot on Creeper? Is it Easy because we all believe that, or it is Smokey that did it? So
Both.
that is what we don't know.
Both.
But that I'll put it out there for speculation because this whole show is about speculation.
It was both.
So, but
That hit was still gonna happen, but
it
Easy
was,
wanted it to happen.
yes.
Yeah,
But did he actually pull the trigger?
probably. Yeah, I mean, because if he had control, it was still green lit. He didn't shoot the shot because Smokey gave him a choice. You smoked it if you smoke this. If you hit the shot, we'll call it. Oh, your life is good. But
Yes.
he didn't. He didn't have time to shoot it, or he just didn't want to shoot it. Um, Easy had control of that prison before Creeper uh got out. And maybe he got, here's the thing, like did was he supposed to stay in there longer or did he get out earlier because they
So
wanted him to
that's
get
what
out?
that's what I'm saying. So if we go with Easy, Easy got the control,
Yes.
get Creeper out. Creeper's first thing is gonna be going to
To the
call Hank.
phone.
So we all know that was going to happen,
Yes.
and then kill him before he could say anything on the phone. So that makes perfect sense. That's what I'm saying. If if the whole show was like that, making sense, I would have no problem. And that's the actual only scene that I have no problem with.
I can't believe this is like a controversy. Like obviously Easy did it. And then Smokey did it too because Easy has control of the prisons. If he wanted to, he could say no. The whole point of having the prisons too is to protect their brothers. So Creeper would have been protected. But obviously Easy, like the last shot of Easy being like evil, basically, he knew exactly what happened. Like exactly, he wanted that to happen, and he did that. And he he did a thing where maybe what he knew it was going to happen, but he didn't do anything to stop it.
But hey, that's out there in social media. I'm just sharing what I've
I
read.
know. A lot of people even think that Creeper's still alive. He is dead.
No, he
There's
is dead.
so many wild things that I mean. I think a lot of people are still talking about Taza, and I'm like, dude, he's done. Like, it's no more. But I was gonna say, yeah. But Creeper might have like sent a letter or something. I heard that before. Maybe I don't know. Creeper might
But
have some.
he could have not sent a letter while he was in solitaire.
That's true too. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. But I was like, how's he gonna be able to? He might have done something. I don't know what, but he's he's definitely dead. He's gone. He's dead. So that means,
He's dead.
man, there is a like I said, a lot of these guys are not gonna get a happy ending, and we're just seeing the domino effect happen this episode. Was Bishop cheating on the grandma last episode or this episode?
It was last episode,
Last
but Grandma
episode.
found out this episode because last episode, remember, that's when she was playing guitar in the bathroom because
Yeah.
it sounded better, and he spent the whole episode with her, and we
Yeah.
found out that they woke up together this episode.
Here's the thing I do like about this going forward in some of the episodes. That means our boy Marcus Alvarez is probably going to come and lay down the hammer. That's his boy Diaz. And when he finds out, there's a lot of maybe big things, cameos that are happening. We might get a Sam Crow cameo. I'm not going to hold my breath, but it'd be pretty cool. I mean, I honestly think the more I think about this and the more that this club is just really messing up, especially the ending of this episode, the more I think that Marcus is going to take back either the club or something's going to happen, man. I'm just waiting for Marcus to come in. Because if you had him this season be mopey and shit, okay, well, here's the time. Here's the time to bring him in, especially when he finds out that his boy Diaz is now dead.
Well, I can tell you that, and I put that on social media last Wednesday night and Thursday morning. After what I saw, I am hoping that Marcus is the one killing Easy at the finale and take back his club or
That'd be great.
what's left of his club because there's going to be nothing left really. But I hope, I really hope Marcus is the one killing Izzy.
I hope it's Marcus, Chibs, and Tig. Like a Pulp Fiction kind of deal where Easy's sitting down and they just shoot the shit out of him. Easy has
Sure.
fallen so far, and now he is the man. He has become a true, really a dictator, basically, so to speak. Even though they even told him like this club, I thought you weren't going to be a dictator. He's becoming a dictator. Um, and then more of the, I think Angel's going to be fine. I think Angel after watching this episode, you have Felipe, but I think Angel. You see this in this. You know what? I'm gonna say Angel hasn't been, even though he's been an idiot. this season with a lot of the moves he's made. I still like him as a. I didn't think I would like him as a too much of a father, like he'd be able to handle it. But it's good. They've done a great job of showcasing his being a father and being there. And now he really has to really step up after finding the money, having that discussion with Felipe, and then him waiting for Adelita to come back, which she will never come back, which is a sad part because those boys. And then that was a beautiful scene when they're in the bed together, and the little kid's so adorable, and he's sitting up, and he's with his, with Angel. That was a good job. That really,
But hold on a second. I agree with you with the whole thing. The
mhm.
only one scene that I have a problem with is you don't keep a kid in his puke that long. You change the kid as soon as you grab him. You don't let him like with all the puke and like you kiss him with puke on.
Yes, I even said that like when I started, but I'll say like everybody's different, Sandra. Everybody like he's a biker, he's a rebel. It's Angel. We all know who Angel
Really?
is.
Does it matter what you are? You still gonna kiss your kid with puke all over
It
him and
matters
puke
your
in his
character. Yeah, it matters of who you are. And Angel, we know who he is. He's a womanizer. He doesn't know. Like I said, he hasn't had his Maverick from day one. He's kind of barely got him because he Maverick was somewhere else.
correct?
Um,
But when a baby puke, it whether it's puking as a first day as a father or like 7 years, you change your kid right away. You don't keep him in his
I
puke.
think he was though. He was gonna change like it. It kind of cut. It cut to that. He didn't take him to the pharmacy with puke on him.
He no, but remember, he walked around, he kissed him, you okay, you okay. He found the money and he still was full of puke.
But he was in the process of changing them.
Okay, fine. But I'm just saying, like,
It
of
doesn't
all
take
the
not right away. You still have to like assess the situation. You have to
anyways,
like, okay, how much did you puke? Where's the puke at? Like, okay, we're gonna give you a bath. Let me get everything at once. Let me get the sheets. Let me get your clothes. Roll it up in a little ball. Let's get the bath rolling. There's steps. There's
there is
steps.
that.
Okay. I will defend Angel on this one. He's an idiot.
Okay,
He's
fine.
an idiot. But you know what? He's doing his best. He's doing his best, damn it. I do hope that Angel does come out of this alive just for the kids' sake as well.
Yes.
You do see a little bit of the change of Angel's character this season, which I actually do like. I think that does. I think in a better show, in a better written show, it would have absolutely worked better, or absolutely would have worked with that dilemma of him now knowing that he needs to survive for his kid. And you know what's crazy is that you could have even done that for Bishop, man. That was you could have had a great conversation, more conversation with Bishop and Angel, because Angel is doing. He's the only one in the club other than Gilly, but Gilly's like he's not even. He's an afterthought. Other than Gilly, that has like a kid, right? Yeah, he's the only one that has a kid. And Bishop could have really kind of been either jealous of that, or there could have been something there storyline wise where these two characters could have interacted more, because Bishop would be seeing that Angel is living the dream that Bishop was going to live before his son passed. So that would have been great conversations between the two characters. That could have been something that linked them up more, of really discussing the fatherhood aspect to it, but they didn't want to do that. Um uh yeah, and Bishop's he's a dead man walking. There's really nothing for him left, especially killing the other guy too. Which is kind of crazy is that he's really loyal, I guess, because he's going along with Easy's, even though he talks a lot of shit about Easy, he's going along with Easy. I'm surprised that he just didn't let that guy go and have, because first of all, Abara's son, obviously they have to well, if that guy would have let, like, they had to punish him. Now they don't have to punish him because like they killed the witness. That's a big no. That's the reason why Jax died. You killed like one of the head guys. There has to
Well,
be a vote.
that's what I was saying at the beginning.
Yeah, so there's going to be some major consequences, but right now they're going to shut it down, and they're not going to do anything to Abara's son. and they're gonna keep this between everybody.
But
And
um, let's go back to Bishop.
yeah,
I liked what they were doing with him to make him like realize that he needs to start thinking about himself and like try to do things right with grandma.
yeah.
Why did they have to bring the storyline to him fucking it up? What's the purpose? So he can go back to be an asshole?
I don't know if I said this last episode. I do love the line she delivers though, where she does such an amazing job of acting out that scene where she laughs and she's like, "Oh, we both fucked it up, huh?" Like that.
Well,
That.
no, I agree, but what was the purpose of him?
Oh yeah, I get. Yeah, I just really liked her delivery. I'm just saying the actress did a fantastic job of that delivery, and she did a good job on that scene.
I just don't see what the benefit of putting Bishop in that storyline about cheating on grandma.
Because they need a because bitch nobody like I said, it's a false happy ending. It's a false happy ending. You see how they set up all these characters like they're gonna have a happy ending. Even Gilly's getting a false happy ending where we get revealed that that's his really his son and blah blah blah. They're all gonna die. They're all gonna die. You have Nails coming back for Hank, thinking that that relationship's gonna now blossom. That shit ain't gonna matter. The only one that's gonna matter right now is gonna be Angel, just because it's Ezekiel's brother. And if you look at it, he hasn't really been he hasn't been in the club a lot. Like there's a lot he's missing a lot with a lot of the meetings and all that stuff. Like he's kind of distancing himself a lot from the club. He's going along with a lot everything, but he's kind of distancing himself too.
Not
So
not bad for the guy that you killed in season one.
season two.
Oh yeah, sorry. You said he was going to die
No,
in season
no,
two.
season three. Because I think season two, they had the whole yeah, season two was Miguel's mom, right?
Yes, but you still had killed him a
Season
long
three,
time
I
ago.
think. I think season three I said. Because like because Miguel's mom, they still needed to do that. And then I was like, okay, Angel's gonna die. I don't know. I thought Marcus was gonna die too. But this has been like an absolute like I gave him too much credit, and I thought James would do a good job, but obviously he just should not run a show. Um, and I don't know how
Okay,
Kurt Sutter would do. I still don't know how. I mean, I now ponder. I know a lot of people are like Kurt Sutter need to be on this thing. I do ponder, see what the original vision would have been and how this would all go down. But I do think that he did. Kurt had a great mindset of like bringing somebody in to really kind of capture the Mexican culture and that kind of culture. But he picked the wrong guy. He picked the wrong guy. It was the wrong guy to do it. But good for
let's
Angel. That's the beauty
yeah,
of it. That's the beauty of
yeah,
it. Angel
yeah,
has surpassed my expectations. I didn't think he was gonna be a good dad. He was a good dad. Even though I don't think him and Adelita would have lasted all throughout the rest of their lives if she was still alive. It was a nice little moments they did have. So
yeah.
yeah.
So let's go with the next killing. That was like what 5 episodes into it, or like 6 episodes into it. That should have happened a long time ago, but it finally happened.
There's another killer.
They finally killed Jesse.
Oh shit! Yeah, I totally forgot about her.
How did you
Whoa!
forget about that? It was like
How
one
can I?
season
Because
ago.
she's barely in the damn show. Like
Because it was a season ago that she was the rat.
I absolutely forgot. Honestly, I'll be honest. I forgot. Um. So, but that was a gnarly death. That was a great death. Um.
I mean, and that was the only time they used Nestor.
Oh, poor Nestor. Poor Nestor. In love with Jess. I did like the moment where he kind of goes out of the club and he's very sad. I'm gonna ask you this, Sandra. Do you think Jess looks better with long hair or short hair?
I think for her character, she looked better with short hair.
I agree. And I think the long hair could work, except she has that freaking tattoo on her forehead like the Joker. And I'm just like, oh, that ruins it. But okay, so we do get the little date that she goes on with Nestor. And that was so adorable and cute. See, potential. Potential. You could have had a nice little romance going. And you laid the groundwork. The problem last season with her being a rat, but they did nothing with it this season. It could actually have been a really, really impactful death if they really started having these two dating and really going out and all that stuff. But what do? They fucking just they just don't do anything with it. Like,
In one episode, you have the declaring, the date, and the death. No working it out little bit by little bit.
you have to work it out. You have to set it up. You have
I agree with
to
you.
really, but they didn't do that. They pinned it on Jess, which honestly she did need to die because she was the rat. I mean, as fact,
I have no problem with the death.
it's just a
It's the
setup.
timing.
Yes, 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 yeah, oh yeah,
The
oh
timing
yeah.
and the setup. If you want to, if you, I'm okay if they waited that long because, God forbid, with Montez, they waited 2 years to unveil that he was dead.
And
So
Monta
that doesn't
and
surprise me.
and then Taza went scot free.
Correct. But if you're gonna like expand that, work it out. So, okay, everybody knows. Let's work her like let's have Nestor have a date, declare, have couple of dates, even sleep together for all I care, and then kill her. You have to have a setup, like you said, not do that everything in freaking one episode.
Now, guys, Dan the man, he's a little bit of a romantic. He likes some pairings and couples, and that's what makes like a show and movie really good is actually romance too, like actual pairings, couples. It don't matter the gender or the sex, whatever, as long as it's reasonable and it makes sense. Sons of Anarchy, one of the reasons why I really love that show too is because of a lot of the dynamics of relationships. You had Clay with Gemma, you had Jax with Tara, you had Jax with Wendy, you had Jax with the porn star. you know, you had all these. I mean, the biggest one, when I say like it didn't matter what sex and all that stuff was Tig, right? Tig and Venus, I believe. Venus,
Yeah.
that was a good one, and that was Walter Goggins, and he freaking killed that role, man. He's so good. I've been watching a lot of like clips from him from like Django and all that stuff. He's so good. So that I liked. That's what I think a lot of people really loved about the show too was a lot of the romance and the couples and in that dynamic, the relationships. It especially with your main characters. I mean, the biggest thing was like Clay and Gemma and like how that all was really good and solid in the beginning and just absolutely completely fell apart. Then you had Gemma and what's his name? Oh my god, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name. Mexican guy.
Yes.
Oh my god, I
God.
can't believe I'm forgetting him.
And Jimmy Smith's
Neo,
character,
Neo, Neo, Nero.
Nero.
Nero, yeah, Jimmy Smith, and Jimmy Smith is amazing too. So yeah, that's like one great aspect of like why I love Sons of Anarchy so much is because of the action, the drama. You still have your telenovela drama and Sons of Anarchy, and like everybody is saying, but it was a little bit more focused. With Mayans, I would actually like. I did not care for Emily and Easy. I don't care for Emily as a character. I don't care for Easy's like relationships other than maybe like him and Gabby, but then they ended her really quick. So there was a great potential with Nestor and Jess, and you know what? That would have been a great way to have. That would have been a great thing for Nestor as a character too, because that is part of characters is their relationships. We are human beings, and we want to know. That's why a lot of people are fascinated by celebrity couples and stuff, because we want to know, you know, the ins and we want to know and the ins and out. We want to know how if they're happy, if they're not, if like what they're doing, all that stuff. And our relationship as well, like whoever you're with, or if you have friends, with wives and stuff. what I'm saying is that Nestor could have had that, and they could have built that in the beginning of the season, but they didn't. And they had a character in Jess who they introduced last season, and they really and so we already got established with her last season. And if you would have had the Nestor and Jess really relationship really developed, and you seen them actually become a couple, that makes it more harder for that death, and that makes us as the viewers watching every episode with these two together, knowing that Jess is the rat though. Wait till Nestor finds out. But then they just go boom, done. And that's done deal, and that's it. They needed
Yeah.
somebody to pin the whole thing on, and easy went Jess. Which I'm trying to think, Sandra. Why did he do it to Jess? Because he I can't remember. Did he find out like something on
Yeah, they
Jess?
knew. They knew it was Jess.
They knew it.
They knew it was Jess because
I can't remember what's
they figure it out because of the cut of Montez. They knew it was Jess,
did
and
they?
they let her work there, and that's what I'm saying. Like, if if they would have continued the storyline, working her out and everything, it would have made more sense. But that didn't like. If you're gonna kill her and you don't want to develop her character with Nestor, just kill her last season, not
Um,
now.
Iron Baron said, like, uh, also, since when aren't prospects allowed to have intercourse? Like, yeah, I don't like when he said that, I'm like, what? Unless he was like, no, like, what? No, that just still doesn't make sense because Jess was around the club. This obvious that doesn't make any sense. No, that doesn't make any sense. That didn't make any sense. What else happened in this episode, Sandra? I kind
So
of trying to
then
remember.
that was the Jess death, and then after that it was the Diaz killings because I was remember I texted you, oh, 5 deaths, oh, 6 deaths, oh, 7 deaths. I counted them all and told you how many deaths there were
Yeah.
because I knew you were going to be happy with that. But then after that is when the scene of Diaz when he comes in
Oh,
and
that's right.
he's furious because they found out about Happy.
Yeah.
And then Easy says, well, I worked everything out. We have the pipeline, blah, blah, blah. And then Diaz is happy. And
Yeah.
then he
And
gets
then he
shot
got a
by,
little bit of money, got some money. He's
yeah,
not going to be able to use it. And then he said he's going to go to Marcus's. Marcus is waiting for him. So Marcus knows that he's supposed to be there.
yeah.
So that's how we know Marcus might be coming full swing in these next couple episodes, maybe. But then we also have the conversation of how Easy did get the pipeline and the prison. He struck a deal with the mercenary kind of guy. And it's a bad deal, but he does have control of the prisons and stuff. And believe the mercenary guys gets half of what
Half
they
50%, which Hank says that it's going to kill them.
well, it's not going to matter because they're going to kill him.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously that's set up for him to die. Soledad, really nothing other than the henchman dying. That chick, Soledad wasn't really in this episode. Isaac wasn't in this episode. Of course, Hope wasn't in this episode. Who are other characters? I feel like there's another storyline that, I mean, no storyline for Gilly, really. Yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait till next episode to see the final three, to see how this all wraps up. And I just, I really don't think this club is gonna make it. I think either
No,
Alvarez takes this club over again. But this whatever Easy's cooking up, I really don't think that this club is. I think they're barely
it's not
surviving.
surviving. It's
No,
not
yeah,
surviving.
they're not even. Yeah, they're like on the. They're bare. They got maybe just like a couple more episodes. They got a couple more steps forward, and that's it. I could see them getting squashed. And then obviously, I think somebody posted a while ago. Um, the war. There ain't no war here. There's
Oh,
no
please
war.
don't bring this up again. I've been waiting for the war since season 3.
Yeah. So all lies, obviously, to try to get the ratings up. I don't know how the ratings are this season. It really doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when it comes to this being the final season, but it does matter if you do want more like content of like this universe, like of Suns and all that stuff. Um, but It is what it is right now, Sandra. I mean, I think I think I just let you guys know I didn't do a regular review on this episode because I just wanted to kind of go full spoilers. It's basically a spoiler filled episode. There's a lot of deaths in here, and the biggest one was Adelita, Creeper, um, and you have your other ones, and I'm sure they're going to still be more. I still
Oh
think the
yeah,
gun's going to come and play for Emily's character. Something with the bodyguards going to probably happen. Um, Easy continues to go on a downhill spiral. This is the one thing that I just don't want. I just don't want the same thing that happened with Jack's storyline to come to Easy storyline at the end of the series. I don't want Easy to have the same downfall as what Jax had. And he does something where, okay, the club is prospering now. Nah, kill the club. This club needs to end and then start anew. Maybe have Alvarez come back. But that's the sad thing is that Alvarez is so, he's so old now. And he needed somebody to step up to take over because I think I would have liked to see Alvarez just kind of retire already. But and we discussed this already. But I don't know. I don't know how this is really going to end. Honestly, that's the one thing that maybe I am looking forward to see how it all ends. Whether I hate it or I don't, it really doesn't matter because I'm not too much invested in Mayans anymore. It's just now just kind of seeing how it all ends. If as long as they don't kill Chibs, Tig, hopefully they don't kill Marcus, I'm fine. But if at the end of the series they take out all the Sons of Anarchy, whew,
they won't.
charming and shit, like then oh my god, then we're have another Star Wars in our hands and apparently Indiana Jones.
No, they it won't. Like I said, my hope is for Marcus to kill Easy.
I would love it.
That's how it should end. But then again, I've been disappointed more than once in this series. So
Marcus should have been the lead, man. Marcus should have been the lead. I still think I still I remember the first kind of discussions we had too. I said Marcus should have been the lead. Like it just didn't make or
you,
Marcus should have been the lead and you should have got a big name for the series.
you
Uh
and me both, my friend. You and me both.
Man, imagine if we had a Diego Luna in here or something. A name. We need a name. You need a name to. You could have. I mean, JD Pardo's not doing bad. Don't get me wrong, but I
Well,
don't know.
he's doing as bad as the script is.
It's not the actor's fault. Like I said, it's not the actor's fault. Other than Soledad, Soledad was really bad last time I saw her. Really bad act. I'm sorry, but that was like the one time I was like, "Whoa, this is like another." But that's actually not her fault either. Elgin should have saw something, or whoever directed that episode said, "Another take, please." But not the actor's fault. They're given what they're written, and they probably do have their 2 cents in here sometimes. But it's whatever how this show's going, it's not them. It's the writers and it's the showrunners. So we'll see how it goes
So
at the end.
so who's dying tomorrow? Wednesday.
Shit, I don't know. I don't know. So probably one of the
Gilly.
maybe Hank.
Well, okay, hold on. Let's bring back something that was mentioned in the chat, and I agree.
Yeah,
After what Nestor did, he should be patched now.
that's what I thought. I thought they were going to do that at the end of the episode.
He should be patched. And please, they better not kill Bottles because if they kill Bottles, I will riot.
Bottle's going to die.
No,
He's going to
don't
die.
say that. Don't say that.
Bottle's going to die.
No,
That if there's one guy who's going to die, if there's one guy who's going to die, it's going to be Bottles.
no.
Yeah, he did. He's gone. He's going to be in a crossfire. Say bye,
Dan,
bye to Bottles.
Dan.
See,
Don't.
that's why I'm dressing up as Negan for Comic-Con because I'm a villain, man. I want to see some bloodshed. I want to see Seals hungry. I want to see some bloodshed. I want everybody to go for making me watch all these guys.
Except Angel.
Except Angel. He a daddy. He good. I would say Gilly, but he barely becoming a daddy. So that's all right. Just kill him off.
Potter says that he's not gonna die in episode 8, but he's gonna die in
Potter,
9 or 10.
you're gonna die. You're gonna die somehow. Miguel will probably kill you, or maybe Emily. Maybe that's where the gun comes to play. I don't know.
Maybe Emily will kill Potter.
Wow. All right. I would take questions, but you know what? Dan the man is kind of tired. He wants to go watch some The Bear on FX, and then I want to check out that show. And then I hear Black Mirror is good. Don't worry, Sandra. I will watch Snowfall. I will get to it, man. You know what? We need to do another podcast too. If you guys like wrestling, we need to do some wrestling podcast because I got a lot to talk about about LA Knight. If you know who he is, and the Bloodline storyline. So I've been Dan the Man's been into wrestling for a little bit. So but with Mayans, we're almost there, guys. Thank you guys, like always, for continuing to join us. It is what it is. I think we really discussed. I'm sorry we didn't get to your comments today. We'll do it. We will. I will. You know, I'll probably. I don't know. There is an episode this Wednesday, right? There is an
Yes.
episode this Wednesday. You know, sometimes they do a break, a week break sometimes, but they didn't do it this year.
No,
They're
they
just like
don't.
get that shit out.
You know what?
Um,
If episode 8 is as bad as last week's,
yeah.
we'll have plenty of time to take all the comments and the questions.
Yes, yes. So next episode, I'm sure, I'm hoping there's a lot that's going to happen, but we'll get more. Whatever you guys' questions were today, let's do that next week. Let's really. I think next week we'll talk about the episode, but we're gonna dive into your guys' chat, and we're gonna really kind of go off you guys, especially with these last 3 episodes. So next week we'll get into that. So. I want to thank Sandra for always joining us. I'm glad she had fun at Comic Con meeting all the boys. Um, I hope you guys have a good 4th of July or a happy Canada Day. And, you know, just enjoy life, man. I mean, it's just a show. It's just a show. We are very passionate about our content and our pop culture. But in the long run, reality always hits you in the face too, and just you just gotta smile and good vibes. All right, guys, good vibes. We come here spitting some bad vibes sometimes, but we ain't gonna lie to you. We're gonna tell you how it is. So sometimes I gotta smack you right in the face with it. But thank you guys. I'm Dan Mackey, Dan's son. Thank you, Sandra. I will see you next week, and we will discuss more Mayans MC.